I use my Rode Go2 wireless system all the time, and it does a really good job, except for one thing. It doesn't really sound all that good. So when Joby reached out and said, hey, would you review our new Wavo Air wireless system? My first question was, how does it sound? Apparently it sounds pretty good. So I'm bringing it out on a hike. We'll get to hear it, and I also brought some other wireless systems so we can compare. So let me tell you what you get with the Joby Wavo Air system. You get 2 transmitters and 1 receiver. You get you know, charging cables. You get a mini jack cable for plugging into your camera, and you also get one for plugging into a phone or your computer. You also get some fluffy little dead cats for the transmitters there to cut down on wind noise, which is really essential. And I think Joby is pretty proud of all the attachments that they include with the package. You get a accessory shoe mount for your camera, of course, to put the receiver on, and it comes with a clothing clip mount, and all of these things are removable. You also get a magnetic sort of necklace so that you can suspend it, the magnet under your shirt, and have the Joby sticking on the front. And you even get an attachment so that you can attach it to a Joby GorillaPod. The controls on the Air system are pretty straightforward, simplistic even. There's, of course, a power button, and around the power button are these LEDs that show you the level that you have the transmitter set at, and so you have 6 different levels. It's kind of hard to read, though, to tell exactly where your transmitter is set. Then there's, up and down buttons for the volume, and that's pretty much it for the transmitter, and the receiver just has a power button on it. Joby claims these have a 6-hour battery life, and I haven't had a chance to test that yet. One thing I noticed right away, you've got all these accessories and a bunch of cables and things like that, and it doesn't come with a case, so I suspect it might be easy for the less tidy among us to lose parts, which would be a concern. I wish it had a case. This system also comes with not only external inputs, so you can plug in a mic, but it actually comes with 2 lavalier mics. So if you want to hide the mic a little more, you've got that option right out of the box. Okay, so you've had a chance to hear how the Wavo Air sounds. Now I'm going to go through and let you hear some other wireless systems as well. And I'm just looking around. It's pretty noisy, pretty crowded at this park today, so you'll hear some background noise. Now you're listening to the Comica, I can never remember how you pronounce it. It's the BoomX-D Pro, and this one I actually chose not to review a while ago for various reasons, but this is what it sounds like. And now you're listening to the Rode Go2 wireless system, which I use quite a bit, but as I said, I'm not a big fan of the way it actually sounds. And now you're listening to the Saramonic Blink Me system, which is also another system I use quite a bit, and I also reviewed this last year. All right, I'm gonna head back to the studio now and give all of these a listen and see how the Joby Wavo Air stacks up with the other ones. Okay. The Joby Wavo Air system has put me in an awkward spot. My usual policy with reviewing products is to only review products I would recommend, overall. Now, I'm always going to tell you about any flaws that a product has, as you know if you've watched any of my other reviews. But I don't bother reviewing products I don't recommend. And that's because it's a waste of my time to shoot an entire video about something that isn't any good. And normally, it's a very easy decision. Either I'm going to recommend it to you or I'm not. But with the Air system, it's more complicated than that. In fact, I even went back to Joby and I said, hey, I really love certain parts of this system, but I've also got some serious problems with it. Do you really want me to review it? And to their credit, they said they would welcome all feedback, even if it wasn't positive. So to explain why I'm of 2 minds about the system, let me use an analogy. Let's say you're searching for a really good studio microphone and you're presented with 2 choices. This Maono mic right here and this Mannheim mic. So this Mannheim mic costs $1,600 and the Maono mic, $35. Not only is the Maono mic cheaper, but it comes with a pop filter and a desk stand. It even has programmable RGB lights. I mean, way more features than the Mannheim mic. So you'd pick the Maono mic, right? Probably not. If you're looking for a good studio mic, all these features don't matter. Sound quality matters way more than anything else. And by the way, this mic sounds really, really good, but that's a different review. And that is the problem I'm having. The Joby Air system sounds good, really good. In fact, it sounds way better than the Rode Go2 wireless system. So I should be happy about that, right? It also sounded better than the Saramonic and the Comica systems. In fact, out of the 10 or so wireless systems I've tested over the last couple of years, the Joby Air comes out on top in terms of sound quality. But the problem I'm having, and tell me if I'm wrong, is that users aren't gonna think that way about a wireless microphone system. When you're buying a studio microphone system, you're not really focused on features, you're focused on sound quality. But with wireless mics, I think features sell mics, not sound quality. And that's the thing with the Joby system. It's a pretty basic wireless system in the features department. They don't have meters to help you set your levels. They don't have noise reduction, although, I mean, to be fair, I haven't heard good noise reduction on a wireless system yet. And the biggest missing feature, at least for my use, is that they don't record audio internally. I find myself relying on that feature more and more with wireless mics. It's really useful to have it as a backup, and sometimes I don't even bother with the audio that got sent to the camera at all. From a feature standpoint, I think the Air system is competing with mics in the $100 to $150 range, but the problem is it goes for $250. Now, $250 is getting pretty pricey for wireless mic sets. The Saramonic Blink Me set is about $250. While it doesn't have lavalier mic inputs, it has a touchscreen and it has internal recording as well as noise reduction. The Comica system goes for about $200 and you get lav mics with that. Also, it records internally. The Rode Go2 wireless system, and I'm talking about the older system, not the newer Pro system, is about $300. Now, it doesn't come with lav mics, but there is a jack where you can plug a lav mic in if you want. And just like the Saramonic and Comica systems, the Rode system will also record internally. And all of these systems, except for the Joby, have a multi-segment metering so you can tell if you're getting your volume set right. So the $250 price tag is frustrating. In fact, I emailed Joby at one point and I said, "Are you sure about that price?" From a feature standpoint, it just doesn't make sense. I really wish they would reconsider the pricing. And by the way, it's entirely possible that they've changed the price since I published this video. So if you want to check current prices, I put an affiliate link in the video notes. So should you approach this Joby system like when you buy a studio mic, you know, with the mindset that sound quality is more important than features? I suspect that wireless mic users don't think that way. This is why I'm struggling so hard with these mics. They seem overpriced for what you get, unless you want good audio quality. So would you choose good audio quality over features? Sure, when you're buying a studio mic you would, but would you choose sound quality when it comes to wireless mics? Let me know in the comments, like right now, before you watch the next video.